I'm Sophie, this is Books and Things, and today I've got a book haul for you. So, I recently made a video with my friend Alicia. We did some challenges, the link will be in the doobly-doo, but during the middle of it we also went into town and I went book shopping because I went to shops and of course what I bought was books. So, I've got a collection here of 9 books, some of which I bought today, some of which I bought in the past couple days, and let's just go through with what we have. Book 1, Love Letters to the Dead by Ava de la Era. I hope I'm saying that last name right. The title seems pretty self-explanatory. A girl writes some letters to some dead people. I don't know much more about it than this. I have been recommended this book, not personally, but just because Tumblr and YouTube have been kind of going on and on and on about this book for a while, and I really wanted to read it. It's got a really lovely cover, but I'm a bit annoyed because the spine, can you see that? There's like an air bubble wrinkle in the spine, and it's just a little bit upsetting. But it's okay. It's a pretty nice edition, and I can cope with a bad spine. Okay, book 2, The Spectacular Now by Tim Tharp. Again, I don't know much about this book. Like, I've read the blurb, and it seems to be a kind of YA contemporary prom, girl meets boy kind of novel, and it is a major motion picture, otherwise known as a film. I haven't seen the film, mainly because I quite like to read books before I see the film, and again, this has just been a book that's been on my TBR list for a very, very long time, and now that I've bought it, I can probably get around to it. Book 3, Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendall Blake. Ghost story. Boy hunts ghosts, goes to hunt specific girl ghost, falls in love, is my basic understanding of this novel. It says on the back, just your average boy meets girl, girl kills people story. Which I love. I love it when the kind of spooky, like, supernatural character in a love story is the girl rather than the boy. Like, I want a female vampire for once, or a female werewolf. This is a female ghost story, which seems pretty good. There is a second book, so if I really like this one, I will get the sequel. Book 4 is The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. I love the fact that that's her name, because if you read the Mortal Instruments series, Morgenstern is pretty featured name, and I really like this. Again, I have no idea what this book is about, none at all. But people on YouTube have been recommending it, people on Tumblr have been recommending it. When I was in the shop and this was in the pile of books that I took to buy, the person who was bringing up the amount of money that I'd need to spend was like, oh my god, this is such a great book, you'll really, really love it. So, I don't know what it's about, but it should be really good. Book 5, Attachments by Rainbow Rowell. If you've watched some of my other videos, you will know that I absolutely adored Eleanor and Park and fangirl Rainbow Rowell. Brilliant woman, brilliant author, brilliant books. I can't wait to get round to this. Book 6 is The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Probably should have done this 5th, but it's the 6th book. I think it's about aliens, is what I think. I could be very wrong, but it seems to be about aliens. I like a good alien book. They're fun. People have been saying I should read it, so I will get round to it. Book 7 is Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. Okay, I again don't know what this book is about, but this little girl on the front cover is flying, and it's got all these lovely, lovely kind of, well, I say lovely, creepy as fuck photographs throughout the book. It's supposed to be really good. There is a sequel to this called Hollow City, which, if I like this book, I will definitely get that one. So the person who wrote this, like, not that you're actually going to see this video but I love your first name, Ransom. Like, that's a pretty out there name. I'm liking the alliteration, and I'm liking the kind of out there names. But this should be really good, but not something that I read when it's dark. Book 8 is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. Again, I don't know much about this book other than that loads of people have been saying it's really good. The book says that it's The Matrix mixed with Willy Wonka. So I'm thinking some kind of really childlike grown-up who's really into computer games or something to that extent. Tumblr has been going on about this book, BookTube has been going on about this book. I convinced my mother to buy it and claimed that it was for her when it was for me. So that's always a good buy. Book 9 is Why We Broke Up by Daniel Handler. For those of you that don't know, Daniel Handler uses a pen name and is most famous for using his pen name probably by writing books under the title Lemony Snicket, which is the entire series of Unfortunate Events books and the first 2 of the ongoing series All the Wrong Questions and the unofficial autobiography. This book is written under his real name and has nothing to do with that series, but it's still something that I've really wanted to read for ages because he's an amazing author and I really loved his series of Unfortunate Events books. And this has also got loads and loads of illustrations throughout the book. And it's kind of like it's a letter basically from this girl Min to her ex-boyfriend Ed about all of the reasons why they broke up. See, this is a pretty small, I say pretty small, it's 8 books, 9 books, 10 including the one that isn't in this pile, and this is a relatively small book haul for me, because like I can lift them all, I could lift them all with one hand. She says that and then she drops them all. I can lift them all with one hand. But yeah, this is lovely. All of these are now going to go onto that massive pile, which is my TBR list, and it's not even all there. God, I have so many books to read and I still want more. This is my book haul. I am always more than happy to have recommendations, and I already do have a list of books that I want to read. Some of them were even in the shop that I went to this afternoon, but I'm a bit fussy about the style of book that I get, the format. If I think it looks nicer in hardback, I'd prefer to spend the extra money and get it in hardback. So things like the Selection series, I'm going to try and get those in hardback instead of in paperback. But if there are books that you think I should be reading, please feel free to comment in the doobly-doo. Like this video if you'd like to see more book hauls. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to hear more of my ramblings on books. Feel free to talk to me through Facebook or Tumblr or Twitter, all of the links are in the thing. And I would really encourage you to check out my other YouTube channel, which is Mamusic. I haven't updated in a while, but it will happen eventually, if people pester me.